Oh
Oh
no!
no!
Oh,
I have no idea what we missed.
Even if the internet connection goes down, the friendship connection we have all made here today
I
will
think the only
remain.
thing
Yeah.
you missed
So,
was Indy basically admitting to committing a crime. So you know what? I think that works out for Indy in the long run.
Oh, yikes, Darren. Hopefully that isn't recorded. The sad part is, though, yeah, it's not recorded for the stream if I lose connection. I don't know why I keep losing connection.
I was just saying that, of course, we got picked because we've traveled the multiverse several times and dealt with a lot of things, so we're pros at this.
I am very interested about the selection process for us because I think my team is pretty amazing, but I guess objectively speaking, all they've really done is done really well in a super battle against another high school club.
yeah, everybody on my team's better than me, like straight up.
Oh, I think
Aw.
you're really cool.
You sound
No,
really
I mean,
cool.
I'm really cool, but like my friends are like, whoa, like another like, just, you know, like.
I mean,
Oh, Darren's
honestly, I
mean.
kind of get that. Like,
Yeah,
all of
right? You get
my
it, right?
team have like their own distinct superpowers, and I'm just really good at doing stuff with electronics. And maybe I can make people see things. At most, I've got some sort of crystal in my hand that I'm fairly certain is going to try and kill me at some point,
Hey, there's
or
lots of
take over my
competitors that
body.
don't have, like,
Through high five
superhuman
star bacon.
abilities.
Yeah. There's a ton of tech heroes this year, especially.
Yeah, like me.
Some of the best heroes on my team don't even have powers. Like Sharir has like, you know, like super weird interdimensional, I've been everywhere, done everything type training, kind of like you, Phantom. And Alex is like
Oh.
Batman's kid, so he knows all that, you know, kung fu-y type stuff.
I would love to meet Sharir.
He's
I
really
think we
cool.
would have a lot to talk
He's really
about.
nice.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks he's super hot too. Like I see it, I get it. But like I feel like everybody like don't worry about it.
Mm.
Don't worry,
There's a
Oh,
competitor from Protean
I
City
think-
who's just wax.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
Just
my,
wax?
that's my opponent for
Cool.
round one. Benicio Bernal, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess even if our team hasn't objectively done anything like colossal, like in a objective sense, maybe they see that we just have that amount of potential, and that's really encouraging.
Hey, any of you guys know who Nazgrim Bloodscale is? I just realized I should probably learn about my opponent while I'm here.
Oh,
Is
I-
that like that is an awesome name. I just
he's
that sounds like a
big
dragon who's also
guy,
a wizard.
right?
I'm pretty sure he's competed before.
Yeah, I remember he got pretty far last year, I think.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
made like top 8,
Bloodscale,
right?
What a name.
Nazgrim is an exemplar of the Dragonid Empire. He stands tall and proud with pointed horns, green scales, and gleaming claws. His heart of the war. His is the heart of a warrior and a true friend.
Oh,
Huh.
yeah, so he is a big dragon guy.
Just call yourself Big Dude McAwesome. Jeez. Wow. Damn.
Yeah,
All right,
and
well, at least it sounds like the first round for me will be pretty interesting then, at least.
yeah, he's a 3-time
Oh.
competitor.
And they partnered me up with him, so oh boy.
Just trick him into a high five. Just be like, hey dude, high five, and then crystal him, right?
Well,
Sorry, we
so
should- we
the
should-
thing
we should
is, I
talk
kind of
stat.
don't want to use the crystal, considering it's necromancy and it's also got like a bunch of people inside of it, along with the original dictator of New Chicago, who I'm not very keen on giving any like play. So at best, I've either got to hit him with my potato gun or got to trick him with my illusions.
You guys have a new Chicago?
Well, you don't have to worry about that because the first competition is just you facing your fears.
Yeah, your own fears.
You're not
Oh,
fighting your
whoa, that's
competitor.
intense.
You're just trying to handle your fears better than the other person.
Speaking of which, official, is there any rhyme or reason to the pairings in the first round, or is it just random?
It is as random as we could make it. We
What do you do?
we
Like flip a
assign
coin or
random
roll some
seeds.
dice?
We assign a random seed using not a dice, but a very big random number generator, and then randomly match up pairings for the bracket. We try to make it as random and unbiased as possible, and with the exception that we try to limit the number of competitors who would go up against each other from the same universe. Kind of makes everything more interesting.
Yeah, it would suck if Phantom and I had to go against each other in like the first round.
I don't think I could find
Yeah.
anybody on my team.
One of my team, two of my team members are in that situation. Or I think not
Oof,
first round, but maybe second round.
Yeah,
huge bummer.
but that means that they both win first round if that
Yeah.
happens. So, I mean, no one on our team has won second round yet. I mean, we had someone in top 8 last year, but uh he's stayed home this year. So,
Oh, that's
Hmm.
a shame.
yeah.
I was looking forward to talking to him again.
He's feedback seems to be doing really well though. He's like teaching his sister how to be a superhero now. Back
Oh, that's
Yeah.
home.
great.
Yeah. That's why he's not traveling dimensions with Phantom and I anymore, cuz he's off doing important
fair.
stuff.
Well, get some extra dino wings for him for me in that case then when you go back.
Tell me more about these dino wings.
Oh, after the competition's over, you have to try them. They're in like this central interdimensional bar type place. They're amazing.
Mm. All right, I'm
Are they
adding that
like
to my
dino
to-do list.
sized?
I don't know. I think it was unclear whether how related to real dinos they were, but they were pretty big portions, yes.
Right. Okay.
But they were delicious regardless.
I eat a lot frequently, so I'm gonna need like a bunch of those after we get troned.
Yeah. Well, especially you got to try the stego steaks.
I mean, I
Fresh.
know we kind of asked this question, but is the stego steak actually made of stegosaurus?
That's what I'm saying. We're not sure. It might be cultured or something like that.
Maybe a Stegosaurus fried the steak.
Oh, that's
Mm.
entirely
Oh, like shrimp
possible.
fried rice.
Yeah,
Can't-
yeah, Atlantean shrimp fried rice.
You know,
Where the
even
shrimp
if it
actually
is
fries the rice.
made out of dinosaurs, I couldn't eat any of this anyways. I'm a vegan.
Oh, fair.
Oh,
I mean,
fair.
okay,
fair.
well, maybe if they manage, if it actually is like stegosaurus, maybe they can get you some of that like
Was it like
gigantic megafauna. You know, like what
Oh,
Oh,
avocados
yeah. I
used to
think they
be.
did have some of that stuff.
that would be
maybe
really
it's
cool.
not meat at all. Maybe it's like that Beyond stuff.
That's what I was saying with it being
Oh.
cultured, maybe.
And Stegosauruses are like producing it because they're like, hey, planet burned once. We should find an alternative to meat, which is bad for the environment.
You know, that's
Hence
kind of what happened in my
Stegosteaks.
dimension. It didn't
Oh,
burn,
word.
but you know how people talk about global warming?
Uh-huh.
Well, that kind of happened in my dimension, but like 100 years ago.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Eh,
boy.
I mean, everything's fine now. You know, all that happened and a lot of things got destroyed, but everyone who survived learned from the mistakes, and now my home dimension's a much more beautiful nature paradise in a way.
Right.
But that's
That-
really why I don't eat meat.
Fair.
we've got global warming on our world as well, but we're also at risk of just like every 10 years it feels just like the world kind of resets. Nobody remembers it. Everybody remembers that it did so once during the 80s, but again, that when everybody tries to think about it, it's kind of weird and blurry.
Hmm.
Well, we got another chat question from Anne the Meltdowns, who asks, "How much energy do you think you'll exert facing your greatest fears?"
Probably a lot.
I think a lot, honestly, based on my end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, knowing what my fears are, probably a lot.
Honestly, I feel like mine might be fairly like I might not use too much because really my greatest fear is having to like face down my dad in combat, And really, he's just a capitalist. So as long as I can get the drop on him, it's not like he's got powers or anything.
Oh.
But okay, so if we're being, but would it not just be your fears, but would maybe be the fears of the people in the crystal also?
Oh crap! I never considered that.
Oh, you think the mines from the crystal will also? I mean, it says, what does it say in the description of the contest? It says
But if
that.
maybe, sorry, go for it, Mystic.
Let me just read it again. It says, young heroes must learn to control their fears. The Ultracade Online game engine combines a database of multiverse knowledge with machine learning designed to perfectly craft the most terrifying scenario. Heroes will pass through gauntlet of their greatest fears. So, the answer is if it's scarier, it will be used.
Oh my.
Oh nuts! Huh? I wonder then.
Uh,
I mean, I don't know what the rules are on like technicalities, but if I manage to get so many different manifestations of fear at once that it crashes the system, do I technically win? I mean, I know he said multiverse computer and lots of storage space and all that stuff, but
I
you
mean,
know,
if it
it's in my nature to
crashes,
try and figure out whether or not I can break something over my knee.
so but if it crashes and you weren't able to complete the circuit or the system, then is that technically considered a win, or is it just not fulfilling the
Oh, you're right.
It might be a disqualification.
You do
or
have to
Man.
a
complete the
dump?
challenge. If you don't complete the challenge because the system crashes, then you haven't completed it.
right. So there's
Oh,
no way to like
nuts.
speed run it. Okay.
Well, you could speed run it by
'Cause
going
you're
through it
a speed.
fast.
Oh, I speed run anything. Kaboom!
All right, this is my all fears 100% run, and so if I run up against my childhood fears like this, I clip through it and then manage to fall forever until eventually I reach the end of the challenge.
How much are the minds of the people in the crystal part of your mind?
Not very. There's one, the dictator I mentioned earlier, guy named Patriarch, I think his name is. He isn't part of my brain, but he does talk to me in my sleep through my
Because
dreams. So
the
I'm not
system
sure how much that'll work out.
the system should be trying to simulate your fears. And so in so much as the people in the crystal are connected to your brain and you feel their fears, it might simulate them. But if they are just sort of separate entities inside the crystal, they shouldn't have their fears generated.
Well, I guess that's something of a small relief. Sorry, people in the crystal.
Would they be facing their own fears then in their own little trial?
Probably not. They are not competing in the tournament.
Or maybe it's like a
Uh,
Pokemon thing where they've got like a really nice living room in there, and it's got like a couch and a big enough TV for all the souls in the crystal to just like watch when they get bored. And hey, maybe the TV like shows the stuff that you're doing. So they're like on the adventure with you as well. So even though they're like all these people in your hand, they're like with you, and you're like connected, dude.
Uh, I mean, that's a nice thought, but having met the person that used this crystal beforehand, I don't think he was nearly that generous.
That's a bummer.
Need to figure out a way to magically summon a TV inside this thing.
So, like for example, the Golden Glove, a hero from Halcyon City, one of the Halcyon cities, there are surprisingly a lot of them, is bonded to the Xantoid alien, and so it should generate, and in a way that they share a brain space, so it may generate some of the Xantoid's fears in addition to the hero of the Golden Gloves.
hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, hey, that's the guy I'm facing. So he's gonna have to do like twice the amount of work I will to win. All right, good to know.
All right.
Do we have a prep area that we can prep before all these matchups? Or is it just all digital and it's, like I said, we're just waiting to be sent to where we need to be sent to?
So you have the competitive grounds where you can relax and sleep and prepare yourselves physically, but the actual competition happens digitally, and you won't have access to the digital space until the competition starts.
Okay. So it
Hopefully,
has
the
to be,
transition between physical and digital should be basically unnoticeable.
so it's a locked area until access is granted.
I mean, it's not really an area; it's a computer system.
Fanny packs.
Oh yeah, I see those comments in the chat. I'm definitely on the fanny pack and shirt train there. For that.
Oh
Everybody
yeah,
loves a
do we
fanny
get
pack. They're
like
super
a goodie bag
useful.
for competing in this? Because like I'm totally down for like a free shirt or something like that.
If you get like water bottles, that would be cool.
If you ever come out with custom pen lights, I'll be even more first in line.
Any shirt is free if you just take it.
Last year, Boom got this shirt and had us all sign it with puffy pens. It was cool.
Huh.
Nice.
But it wasn't an official shirt, it was just something she made.
The logistics of shipping shirts to every universe is surprisingly difficult.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
For sure.
I guess they would like sometimes come through different sizes, like if like a large in your world is like a super small on another Earth, and then you send it through, and then the shirts themselves like change sizes because of the nature of the. I don't even know how this stuff
Yeah.
works. My head hurts.
And
And
also
even
probably even things like you gotta
Like a
make
dimensional
custom
washing
shirts for
machine.
people with extra limbs or like, shape shifting abilities. That all just adds to the total overhead in ways that is a nightmare to consider processing.
Props to the logistics people involved in all that.
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
dyes, like the
I don't
color
think it's.
orange dye, is different in every universe.
What?
I mean, it really depends on what you're trying to if what you're trying to ship, and the way the interdimensional lines connect. I imagine it could be different for depending on where you're going and how far the other dimensions are, and especially how different the other dimensions are from yours. Because if you're shipping to places that are really close to yours or like very similar to yours, I don't think there's really any problems. But like if it's like a massively wild, you probably will run into some different. Uh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Interdimensional lines. Are they like conveyor belts?
No. It's more like the lines are like they're not real lines, but like it is. This is a way
Not
to
real
conceptualize
lines.
the barriers between each dimensions.
You can
You
kind of
know?
picture them like threads floating in the ether. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I know what you're talking about, Phantom. I actually have felt it.
Yeah. It's just like a way to conceptualize the barriers between each dimension. It's hard to explain because they're not really physically present. Like when you pass through dimensions, you can kind of feel them sometimes, but like you can't really like reach out and touch them in a way that makes sense in the way you could touch a wall. It's more like it's hard to explain.
So is that what the actual lines are like, or is this more just what a person's comprehension would see them as?
It's more the way you would see them as, but like you wouldn't actually see them because in order to see them, you would have to be outside the barrier of dimensions itself. And if that happens, I feel like you'd be at a really bad place. So you're never really gonna see the barriers between each dimensions. And I really don't think you should because I feel like getting in between dimensions would probably end poorly.
Isn't that where this competition ground is supposed to be, though? In between a bunch of dimensions?
Well, I was going to clarify this. You're talking about interdimensional space. The
Yes.
the Conway competitive grounds take place in multiversal space or non-dimensional space.
Wait,
And
so I
I
have no
remember the
dimensions
look
in
on
this
her
place?
face in non-dimensional space.
The Conway competitive grounds are not in a dimension.
You're digital.
Well, that's separate though.
So you're saying this is the dimensional equivalent of a universe without bones.
You brought it back full
I guess you
circle.
could
You
say
brought
that.
it back to the no bone thing.
It
Oh
turns
my
out we were
god!
always
With
without
that,
bones to begin
I'm
with.
gonna drop the mic on that because I'm gonna have to head out at this point. I'm pretty
You
tired. But it
shifted
was
Thank you
the
nice
so
to
Rubik's
much
talk
for
to you
cube.
coming,
all.
Karen.
Yeah, it
Thanks,
was good to see
Karen.
you again.
Yeah. No,
Thanks
I
for
Nice
I
that.
was
meeting
worn
you.
out
Yeah,
pretty a
nice to
lot
meet you.
Good luck.
recently because we just got back from a big training camp, and I'm not built for that sort of thing like my teammates are. So I've been recovering from that.
Well, it's been so nice to see you again after a whole year.
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of a weird because it feels like it's only been like less than a month since we did this, but
Oh,
also
wow.
coming back into the multiversal space, it does feel like it's been a year, so it's interesting.
Only a month. For us, it's felt like just a few, but also a
Yeah.
year at the same time. Right, Phantom?
Yeah.
But yes. Anyway, I will say before I go, uh, go Team Cadence, go Team Super Idols. Good luck to all of my teammates and to everybody here as well, really.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
And you all have a lovely rest of your evening or whatever time it is out there in the multiverse for you.
So we did get a question asked in the chat a little bit ago that I'll read. Mad Lobotanist asked, anybody have any tips for a hero intern looking to make it big?
Start small. The small things.
Stop being an intern, strike it out on your own. You don't need anybody. Do
If
you?
you've got like organized heroes in your universe, sometimes they have like co-op programs. Those are pretty good places to get a start, and unlike internships, they actually pay you.
Winning a multiversal hero championship is also a good way.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
a
I
real
heard that
Cinderella story.
the winner
It's like
last
the
year
idol
was like
method, right?
kind of a newbie. Echo hadn't done that much hero stuff yet. But yeah, I mean I got started in Sidekicks as like a after school superhero program where they assign you a mentor. Yeah, my mentor is Vanguard. I don't know if anybody's heard of him, but you know, super strong, can fly. Very useful for protecting people for my powers, but not super helpful for teaching me how to use my powers.
No.
But I'm sure that there's something like that in your home dimension. So maybe check that out.
Hmm.
I mean, I
Hmm.
wouldn't say I'm a hero, but as long as you do your best, you got this.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing it is kind of weird for me to for us to say it, considering we are in a superhero thing, but depending on your powers, you might be able to do a lot of good not doing superhero stuff and just finding different ways to apply them.
Yeah, I never interned for anybody really. Like I kind of stole my name and my costume. Uh there were a bunch of guys who had it before me, and a lot of people have a lot of preconceptions about, I guess, what I should be based on that. But I honestly think if you're just doing your best and listening to yourself and just trying to help people, that's the best you can do. Name stuff will come later, even though it's important. And a theme song helps, but like, do you?
Oh, you guys got theme songs?
I mean, I can't play them on my Earth, so I kind of release them on the other Earths. I also think I accidentally reveal my friend's secret identities in a bunch of them. But yeah, we got theme songs.
Oh, okay. Now that's an interesting way of getting around copyright, playing the music in a different dimension. Huh.
Well, it's not just copyright, it's also because I definitely maybe make references to their secret identities in the music I write. So releasing
Mm.
them on my world is like a no-no.
Hmm.
That's a good loophole.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
The
Also,
March Masks
if you meet any other outlaws, please don't tell them they don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's beg for forgiveness, then ask permission. I think that's the thing. I don't know.
the March
Yeah.
Masksness organization doesn't really have internships, but someday you may wake up and realize that it is your life's calling, and then you will become an official.
Oh, that's deep.
Oh.
Is that how you became an official, Mr. Official?
I believe so. It has been long enough that I can't remember.
Is it like
Are
you wake up one day and you are chosen, or is it more like you wake up one day and you're like, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life?
Does like a wizard lead you to like a subway underground and show you like 7 different statues that represent like the sins of man and go, only you can officiate the sins of man, official?
It's more like you wake up and there's a striped jersey, official's jersey in your closet, and you put it on, and then you go to the space.
so
The
are
officiating life chooses you, I see.
Wow.
so are you like
Yeah.
Oh.
the official, or are you working your way up to become the official? Like, are you the head
I don't know if we
official?
really make that kind of a distinction. I am not assigned to a specific universe, and so, but other than that, we share all of the labor.
Okay.
Oh.
Hmm.
How many are there of you?
I don't know.
Oh.
Is
And
it
we
is it
recognize
is it
y'all by
like
the
are the
striped
other
shirt.
officials all you as well? Like, are they all other versions of you, or are they like different people?
I believe mostly they're different. I don't actually know if there's another self of me that is an official.
Have you met another official?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was wondering if it was like a, we all do the job, but we don't tell each other that we do the job, sort of a
No, we all
Yeah.
wear a
stereotype
shirt
deal.
too.
I was
Oh,
thinking more of like a
duh! Right.
I was thinking more of like a body hopping thing. Like it's never the same person, but they're all the official.
You're
No,
like a bunch of Phantom strangers.
because we can all be in the non-universal space at the same time.
Hmm.
Right.
There's at
Wow.
least
Fascinating.
one for every universe.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'll keep my eye out for any other people in striped shirts and
Are there are there any universes that are like just so like boring or whatever that you just don't have somebody there? Like, are there any universes where you're like, nah, no official for you?
It is a superhero competition, and so if there is a universe out there where there
Right.
are no superheroes, then I don't believe they would have an official assigned. They
Right.
might have
Right.
someone to watch the universe to see if there were superheroes, which sounds honestly like a kind of boring job to me, but
I was gonna say that sounds like a punishment detail for like officials that screw up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there has to be some dimensions they don't go to. I've been to a dimension where there was there was no life there at all.
I mean, there's
But then
certainly
you might miss Super Protean, the first superhero that is a single celled organism.
there are certainly dimensions where people don't know what the concept of a superhero is. But the ones that I've been to, like that still had like metahuman abilities. So
Oh yeah, that is kind of an interesting question. What do you guys call like extra human things? Like in my universe, we kind of have like the term metahuman abilities, but like a lot of other stuff tends to get thrown around. Just wondering if there's like unique names that you'll have for ones in your universes.
I I guess we mostly just call them superpowers. But
Yeah, we totally use metahuman in our universe. That's like a university term.
Mm.
My friend Letitia has like a degree in metahuman stuff. Like, it's a whole like field of study, I guess.
In my home dimension, we don't really differentiate, but superpowers have kind of gone out in my dimension because there's not really any like crime or need for them. Most
But-
people who have powers just do, you know, regular stuff.
oh, okay.
That
I thought
sounds
you were
incredibly
saying there
chill.
aren't any superpowered people because they had no purpose or something, and I was about to have a little crisis.
No, no, no. I mean, people with powers exist. It's just we don't differentiate them from, like people who don't have them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, is square dancing a thing in other universes? Because I just learned what that was in our universe, and I'm pretty good at it. But I was wondering if that's like a thing that like transcends universes or not.
Yes. You know
Can
how
you
to square
describe your
dance?
square dance?
Does he know how to square dance? This man has the best square dancing I've ever seen. And I'm pretty sure he only learned how to do it a couple days ago. It's wild.
Oh,
I've
It's
heard
also why
of
I'm not
square
allowed to touch the
dancing. I don't
money
know what that
anymore.
is.
What?
Oh.
I might have spent a lot of our trip money on square dancing CD.
Oh, I thought
I
you were
mean,
like
look,
betting on square dancing
Marcus
like
bought the model train
competition.
set, so, it's fair. It just means we're going to have to be a little tight going forward.
But so square dancing is a thing though. Like it's not something our universe just came up with.
Until I see you do a square dance, I don't know. Like it could be a variant, or it could be something completely different that we have
Yeah,
labeled as a
I've
square dance.
I've heard of square dancing. I don't know what it is. But I'm sure that's yeah, like it could be like a different thing on every other universe, right? Like you could actually be dancing in a square. You could turn into a square and then dance on some universes.
I
Where you
could
dance
square
around
dance.
well, that's a cube.
Hmm.
I mean, you don't know. Maybe they do compress themselves into 2 dimensions.
Square dancing is like the most awkward gym class you'll ever have to do in your life. That's what I associate square dance with.
So every gym class. Cool.
No, it's somehow worse than a normal gym class.
What, you guys just didn't skip gym class? Come on.
We don't have schools in my dimension, and I've never been to one.
Oh, that sounds like it owns.
They
Oh my
are schools
god.
are amazing.
Schools are fine,
Yeah.
honestly. It's just, at a certain point, I'd rather prefer to learn the stuff that I'd like to, like how to, like, crack ATM software as opposed to, like, stuff like, like English.
I would do super well with like structure or like authority and like, school I guess cool for like some people, but I gotta, I kind of gotta go at my own pace, like I can have time for school when I got time for school, when I'm not like, doing flash stuff or working on my music or taking care of my kid and, I get time for it later, I just, take it at my own pace, keep it loosey goosey, I want to be like free about it.
Like I said, it's really like honestly, all you need to do is figure out how to break into your system's your school's network, and at that point, you can just skip the classes you don't want to go to, and then go to the ones that you do. And anytime the system flags as unexpected absence, well, you just go into that system and change that 1 to a 0, and you're good to go.
Or accidentally blow it up.
Or just go to school.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you need a controlled environment to learn new things or to get it for educational purposes.
I don't know. I've missed a lot of school lately. Wasn't my fault. The accidentally traveling dimensions, but
It
you can
in
just
my
go to
dimension,
school.
in my dimension, there's community teaching, but we're encouraged to seek out the things we want to learn and learn them.
See,
There's
that sounds
no,
super dope.
yeah. I focus a lot on technology and science and math growing up because that's what I was interested in. And it definitely helped me once I started traveling dimensions because there's a lot of math that goes into interdimensional traveling.
Oh man, I can't believe that you managed to figure that out with just math. I'm just having a ball trying to apply like physics to magic stuff.
Well,
It's
physics.
fascinating.
I mean, physics is
It's
math
math.
in some way. It's like really advanced physics and mathematics, and it's complicated. I could show you, but I don't know if you'd understand.
I don't think I would. I don't do
Listen,
numbers.
I'm pretty much good for calculus up to like integrals and derivatives, so I don't know. I have a chance, maybe.
I wouldn't mind taking a peek at it if you're willing to share some of that.
Yeah, of course, I would love to. I love sharing this knowledge, and not a lot of people understand it. So it's always exciting, at least to have the possibilities of finding other people who would understand the theory of the multiverse and how it works and how drifting works and all of that.
Oh,
Drifting?
Traveling between dimensions.
Okay.
Phantom, speaking of
Well,
people
Yes.
who understand it, did you see that stopgap's gonna be here?
Yes, I saw. I'm so excited to see Sapgap again. I wonder if she actually is using the tech I gave her so she could travel multiverses.
I'm excited to actually meet her. She
Man,
sounds
you
really
guys are all
cool.
like really smart. You're talking about like numbers and stuff. Sometimes I run so fast I travel through time, and I'm thinking of like nothing when that happens. Like my mind is blank. I'm not thinking about the consequences or how fast I'm going. It just happens.
So you're having a runner's high.
I guess, yeah,
Like you're just in the zone.
yeah. And then I'm in like the 70s, and it's like, whoops, I'm in the 70s. But I'm not even thinking of it when it like happens. Like I can't even imagine
Are
putting
you
numbers to like moving
are you
through
doing it
like
on
a space.
purpose or
Oh
accidentally?
no. No, I've never run through time on purpose. But I've always used it to my advantage. I got to hang out with Jimi Hendrix, that was cool. Um, I got to hang out with Nirvana for a little while, that was cool.
So wait, how do you like not accidentally cause like timeline shenanigans then?
I got a bunch of cool pictures though.
Also, your 70s sounds a lot more chill than our 70s was.
Yeah.
Did you guys have like disco and like, supervillain outfits with like popped collars and like, flared boots and stuff?
No.
No.
We had the supervillains take over like the entirety of North America.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit different.
Yeah, let's just say the Directoriate was not a fun time for anybody, unless you were a member of the Directoriate.
So, no, like, wow. No Jefferson Airplane, no Hendrix,
I've
no
never heard of these people.
Carpenters, no Muppet Show. Oh my god.
Darren, you're just gonna keep listing things they haven't heard of.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I
I
mean,
I knew what those things were.
our universe is pretty cool now. I mean, we have giant mech fighting. Square dance. Square dance is a good thing.
Do the mechs do the square dancing?
Yeah, do the mechs do the square dance?
Uh,
Not that
I
we've
haven't
seen.
seen it, but I think they could.
I
Probably
think there's
program it.
They would
I think
need like
there's
a
a
really
tour.
big dance floor though, like arena sized.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, we could send a message to Steam Driver and see if that's a thing that that New America might be interested in.
I mean, we could.
Hmm.
No, I do remember, like, I don't know. I mean, the mech fighting leagues tried to branch out in a lot of weird ways, and I think they're a little cautious of trying that because a lot of those didn't pan out too well.
Man, look, the fact that you guys have a mech fighting league is just very cool in and of itself. I feel like no, I'm not. No, never mind.
Hmm. I mean, if you think that's cool, you should also see the plant zone here. It's wild.
Plant zone.
The plant zone?
Yeah, basically, they're like like I said, when the Directorate took over, a lot of supervillains just kind of went ham, and one of them tried to build the best crop, the crop that could be used to like end hunger. Unfortunately, all it really did was grow uncontrollably, and now like the entire continent's kind of cut in half by this dense plant zone.
Oh.
This plant zone, does it have like loop de loops or springs and possibly like a
It's more
long,
like a
long
jungle
speedway?
than anything else.
Okay, all right.
One that you
I
have to
just
drive through and be careful that you don't like accidentally get eaten by giant wood spiders.
I would run through a plant zone.
This weird.
I mean,
Interesting.
most of my dimension has been taken over by nature again, so there's a lot of plant zones there, I suppose.
Oh, so
Oh
you live on the
wow,
planet Earth.
Yeah.
plant
Plant world.
continent.
Yeah. But
Mm.
it's different than the one that we were just in, right, Phantom? Where the trees were
Yeah.
like bigger than skyscrapers or like as
Oh, that
big.
sounds so chill. That sounds so
You,
chill. I love
you
that.
say that, but as we went there because they were actually starting to fight off the very beginning of a robot invasion.
Okay, robot invasions are always a bummer.
But
Yeah.
I bet it was nice there before then, but they also had some deadly fungus that like made it so you couldn't hang out inside the forest. You either had to live above or below it, like
Was
underground.
it with
Oh.
zombie fungus and robots? Those are two like diametrically opposite threats. That's like
Yeah. Well, the robots were from a different dimension. The fungus was
right.
from there, and the robots were a different dimension. It was this thing called Taurus AI. Hopefully, that will never come to any of your dimensions, but they like destroy
They
dimensions they visit. Phantom's seen
yeah,
them more than once. I've just seen them the one time.
yeah, when we got separated, me, Aaron, and Chris all ended up, I mean, sorry, Feedback and Rain all ended up in a dimension where they were fighting against Taurus AI, which had invaded their dimension and had basically destroyed it. But I got to see some of them again when the robots invaded the tree dimension, and they followed the Taurus AIs in there. But it means they were still alive fighting the good fight.
Huh. Makes me kind of glad that the only thing we had to worry about in our plant zone was that the pollen gets so bad that the roads through it have to close for part of the season while the spores gestate. And so we were kind of stuck in a small town for a few days. Hence how Elliot learned of his love of square dancing.
Huh.
The first time I visited my friend's Oscar's house, he's like a security system that is like a plant. And when we went in, the plant totally tried to eat my friend Alex, and it was really funny. And then Oscar gave it a steak, and now it's chill.
Oh.
Why would you give a plant a steak? Why would you even
Because
give it the need for like meat?
the plant already has a need for meat, dude. It
Oh,
was
who
already
did
a
that?
man-eating plant. Well,
Oh.
Oscar's mom is like a plant lady. She was like a supervillain for a super long time. Did some weird shit in Gotham, but uh yeah, uh basically she installed this plant security system in their house.
Oh, we've met a woman like that, right, Phantom? Plant
Yes.
powers stuff. She's pretty cool.
I feel
Yeah, she
like
was pretty
wherever there
cool.
are plants, you'll find somebody with like plant powers for sure. Like plants want to be planted in people.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Think about
Mm,
it.
no.
I don't wanna.
I'm
No.
good, thanks.
I've got
I'll
a
stick to just
few.
shooting potatoes at people.
There's a few people in my in Rancho Paseo in my dimension who have plant powers, but I don't. Huh.
There were a lot of people, but I'm thinking about that one woman who we met her the first time we met one of our other selves. It was in the place where we
Yeah,
saw Star Dancer for
yeah.
in his
I know
apartment.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I remember her. I think I met one of her other selves when I was trying to superhero before Quinn invited me to join Nova Squad.
Wait, you were trying to superhero?
Maybe just a little bit, yeah.
Well, I mean, let me know if you ever want to team up.
Yeah. I stole one of Quinn's masks to wear.
Nice. Yeah, keep your face protected, you know? Secret
Ye-
identity. I know you don't have a code name, but like I think it's a good idea, especially if we're hanging out in Prime. Just saying. Can't be invisible all the time.
No, I guess not. But I'll let you know. We can go fight bad guys together.
What are
Yeah.
your bad guys like? Like do you guys have like any like arch villains that like follow you around and like have a weird obsession with you and like everything you do? Did you
Uh
He kind of had that.
yeah, but they're specifically obsessed with one of our teammates.
Oh, cool. I feel way less lonely. Oh god, thank god.
Yeah, they're really scary. And I guess yeah, there was the voiceless, but I guess there's also Hive. We took care of him,
Yeah.
and then of course there's transition. But
Yeah, but she's also the mom of one of her teammates.
yeah, so it's a little I don't know,
Oh yeah,
different.
parent stuff with your teammates is always super weird.
I feel like
Try
I
being the
Uh,
teammate with the parent stuff.
Yeah,
I feel like I am the
Because it's
opposite of
really
that.
awkward when all of a sudden, like, your father's fucking head butler shows up in a restaurant with him and all of your with you and your friends, and he fucking tranquilizes you.
Oh, well, I guess
Oh boy.
a lot of our team used to have family stuff. Now I guess it's just Quint and I that have it. Hmm.
Yeah, I sure have no family stuff.
Let me know if you want to talk about that, I guess, later,
Uh,
Fanny. Maybe not in a big
yeah,
group.
I'll think about it.
But I meant like superhero family stuff.
I mean, I don't know, Elliot. How much do you think Marcus would feel about talking about his stuff when he isn't here?
I mean, I think we can at least put attacked by a giant transforming killer drone as kind of family stuff, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say that counts.
Yeah, yeah. So we were leaving Detroit, and our friend Marcus, his it was being hunted by a giant bird drone that turned into a giant wolf drone and kind of threw our RV all over the place. And that came from his family. I don't think he's ever actually told me
No,
the
he
exact.
told us about it. It's apparently some sort of a present from his mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you remember how we mentioned the directoriate before? Uh, it turns out Marcus's mom is like an ex-member that's still kicking around somewhere. And I don't mean X as in like they left. I mean X as in the directoriate no longer exists.
Okay, that's good, right?
I mean, it's good that they don't exist. It's not great that our friend's mom is sending killer drones after us.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we had to fight our friend's mom one time, and that was,
Does it count if there's someone who I hate every single version of him?
Are they family, or is it just you hate this one particular person throughout the entire multiverse?
Um, it's complicated. They're family to someone I was very close with.
Oh.
Uh, and I hate them because of what they did to what he did to his son.
Does it count as family if the person in question is like literally you? Because that's sort of the bag I'm stuck in right now.
Oh, geez.
My
Like old, like evil universe you?
is it another self of
not
you?
he's not from a different universe. He's from like an earlier timeline. Like he says he's the quote unquote original version of me, and that's why he hates me. And that's apparently why he's been going to other timelines and universes and killing off every other version of us that exists. And I'm kind of last on his list. He sucks. He fully sucks. He makes my life hell. I hate him so much. And he's literally me. It's a lot to juggle because when you're in that supervillain superhero fight space and you're fighting him and you're yelling at them, it's just kind of like you're yelling at a mirror, and not all of that super feels great sometimes.
Oh,
But
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I,
that's hella rough.
we've
I,
just been calling him Reverse Darren.
well, is he literally you or just another? I don't get that. Are you sure he's not just
Like
an
he's
other self? That's what we call
the,
alternate versions of you from other dimensions? I
the
don't know
way
anything
Shreer
about time
described it.
travel.
The way Shreer described, Shreer knows more about this than me, and Letitia knows like the math and stuff. I don't really get it, but like the way Shreer described it is that our world's timeline had been reset at least twice, and that he's the original me from the first version of the timeline, or something like that. It's
Oh.
got something to do with the Speed Force and the fact that we don't reboot well. Flashes don't. Something specific about us means that sometimes we just straight up disappear and die, and sometimes there are two of us running around, I guess. But it's yeah, it's a
Darren,
lot.
I hate to do this right now, but someone redeemed. Ooh, woo.
It's cool. It's
But
cool.
I've met and I met another self of mine who was a a soldier for a fascist organization. So I kind of get what you're coming from.
Yeah, it's like a
But-
bummer, right? Because it's like, you're me. We should be able to like talk about this. But he's
Well,
like, no, I hate you. You
I-
took everything from me. And I'm like, I took nothing from you, dude.
I did get to talk to her, and she was just scared. I'm hoping that we set her up so that maybe she'll become a double agent. So I'm hopeful for her. Maybe things will be okay for her. But yeah, I did get to talk to her, and it seemed like maybe she'd be able to do better.
Hey, that's really cool. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely.
Yeah, that was the
I
first
mean-
other self of mine that I've met.
Yeah, I've never met like an alternate self of my own from like another timeline or dimension. I have met somebody who I'm pretty certain I would have been like if I didn't decide to, get out from under my father's shadow. Though that was a little weird. Like not alternate timeline stuff, but just like, oh yeah, that is exactly the sort of person I'd probably end up if I didn't do this thing.
Did your dad take like a weird like sidekick or something? Like after you
No,
ditched
funnily
or
enough, it was
whatever?
actually like the son of a supervillain that was trying to like fix the mech fighting league we ran into. It was wild, actually. Like we had no idea it was even going on until he basically like revealed that he'd been helping his son cheat through the sport this entire time.
Oh, I totally relate to that because I never know what's going on.
Have you thought about slowing down, taking in more stuff?
Ooh, woo.
No. Ooh woo.
Thank you, Phantom.
No problem. I've
Uh,
been looking at the chat and
a
I see
viewer
Mad
has
Lobotanist.
requested that we all say uwu, but they're gonna slowly redeem them, so we'll take turns.
All right, just flag me when my turn comes up.
I do have a question for Darren. You say you've traveled through time. Have you ever traveled
Yeah.
into the future?
No. Weirdly enough, whenever I travel through time, I kind of accidentally end up skipping backwards. I don't know why. Jay doesn't know why.
Wait,
Letitia
how
doesn't
do
know
you
why.
get back to the present?
Oh, I just keep ping ponging between time periods until I get there. I've never
Another
gone
one's been
further than my
redeemed.
future than my like present, but
Okay.
I've definitely darted around the past for a little bit.
We got
so
another
you like
uwu.
it's lost in space style, right? Where like you can't control where you're going, so you just keep going until eventually you end up back where you need to be.
Yeah, when I got home, I actually got home like 10 days before I actually left. So I had to like stay in a hotel and like spy on myself until I left. And then when he left, I came back and I was like, yo, I came right back. Oh, how amazing was that time travel? But I totally lied. I had to like chill for 10 days and not tell anybody I was there. It's
All
super
right, 2
sad.
more has been redeemed.
Yeah,
2 of
2
you
more.
gotta.
All right.
Ooh.
Thank you, Mar.
Ooh.
Very good. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Two perfect uwus.
But yeah,
I'm not
I
proud
personally
that I know how to
think
do that very well, but this is the burden I must bear.
I personally think I just end up at the past because I have an old soul and I totally like a lot of retro music, but that's just me.
I just wanted to confirm
Ooh.
that you didn't know the results of the tournament already.
I told you earlier, I know nothing, dude.
We got another one. 2 more.
Uwu?
Ooh woo.
Thank you.
What did I just walk back into?
When my viewers redeem the command uwu, you say uwu.
Okay.
You're
It's a
up
very
next,
simple
Titan.
transaction.
It's a fun little incentive to get people to be active in the chat.
Huh. I think I've heard White Knight say that a few times.
Oh.
Don't say
Oh.
a whoa. Uwu. We got another one. Ready, Titan?
Or
Your turn.
as oh sorry.
Go.
Go Titan.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah!
Yay!
Or as they say in French, ooh.
Just
Oh,
make
wow.
sure you don't say oh whoa.
Oh,
Like I just did.
Yeah.
Oops.
So don't say, so that's not a banned word.
The one with the one of them, the owl face is the banned one. Don't do that one.
Okay, so that one's the banned one.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm getting the rules here.
Oh,
If you
this
Is it
say
means
like connected to
nerd.
like
if you say the banned word, you're banned throughout the multiverse, so it's
is
really
is is
hard.
is the banned word we're not allowed to say? Is it like connected to like an interdimensional like eldritch being that will be summoned if you say it? Like is it like a name that's not supposed to be spoken type of deal? I just want to know how much danger we're in if we say this word, guys.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank
that's
you.
not that's not
I don't
comforting.
want to put anybody in danger, right? Like
It'll be fine. Don't worry. It's fine.
okay, cool.
I
All
I
right,
I
cool.
I don't know if I feel hear confidence in it's fine or if it's just a hey, just let it go.
Just let it go. It's only for 5 minutes.
It turns out that the word ban isn't what summons the eldritch creature. It's the anxiety about the word ban that actually does it.
Oh, that's deep.
This does mean
Could you imagine if
we
anxiety
can say
actually works like
nerd.
that?
Everyone
Oh,
here is a nerd.
oh yeah, you can say that now.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm an official.
I am a rock star, but yeah, I'm also a nerd for sure.
So who's excited for this I
Ooh.
guess
All right,
competition?
official, it's your turn.
Sorry, what?
You gotta say it.
Say ooh.
There
Yeah.
you go.
With feeling.
Yeah.
So who else
I'm
is
excited for the
excited for
tournament.
this competition?
I'm
I'm incredibly hyped.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie.
excited actually. Maybe it's surprising, but I don't know. I had the closest round last year, and it was only because well, not only, but they put two of the most powerful magic users against each other last year in round 1, and it was incredibly close. And I would love to do my best this year and maybe make it to round 2.
Really want to get past that one. I'm really excited to do my best and face my fears and make it to the next round.
Honestly, I think I would be pretty good at round 2. So,
Oh my gosh.
round 2 woo. Because
Oh no.
round
I'll
1
be happy whatever placement as long as I finish better than Alex.
round 1, like, I admit that will be difficult for me, but round 2, I think I could be pretty good at this because I work really hard to avoid collateral damage just in my day-to-day life. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, I am old friends with the old CD, the old collateral damage.
But how well can you control your anger?
Oh no.
anger's not the first
Decent.
thing that I go to, if you know what I mean.
Pretty good at
Mm.
at controlling it for the most part.
I mean,
I don't really
honestly, I'd be
get
excited to
angry.
get to round 2 if only because it might give me the opportunity to finally use my antimatter potato.
What
Oh,
now?
because of your potato arsenal, right?
Yeah, so it turns out, like, transmutation magic, if you know a bit about physics, is way more broken than most, like, magic users think, because then you just realize that a lot of it's just basically the transference of energy and mass. And so, using very carefully crafted transmutation circles, I can, theoretically, turn a potato into a potato of antimatter. I've never used it, obviously, because that would probably cause problems. But hey, if I've got to face down this Gorlox, it
Ha-
might be time to bust it out.
I'm taking
have you
notes.
ever like have you ever like taken the potato and turned it
Right?
into fries?
I mean, I've taken the
Like
potato and
magically?
turned it into fire.
But could you like carve a rune into like the potato so you could skip like having to like chop it up and deep fry it so it would just like doom turn into fries in your like hand?
I
Rune of
mean,
cooking itself.
Antimatter.
Yeah.
This conversation has given me. Yes, I think I
but
could.
but the question is, how long does it take you to research and carve the runes into this potato?
Well, the
Yeah, because
research is really the big bottleneck, but the thing is, once you get past the research, the rune can just be replicated infinitely.
Yeah, because
And
once you have X is X, right?
exactly. And Marcus had recently installed gyroscopes in his hands in order to better paint his model train set, but it also means that he's super fast at carving these runes into potatoes.
Okay, so now I have a
Oh.
very important question for everybody then.
Mhm.
Best prepared potato. Favorite potato prepare your favorite prepared potato dish.
As food,
Favorite
okay,
potato.
as food, not as like an arsenal. Got it.
So yes, not the
Huh.
not so in the traditional sense of a hot potato.
Oh, I gotta go with like a good double baked potato. Oh, so good.
They have really good baked potatoes in my hometown.
Yeah, rancho potato.
Yeah, we took Phantom there like a month ago for the
What
first
makes the
time.
rancho potato so good? Maybe I'll try and replicate it in our universe.
Well, it's like it's like their specialty is baked potatoes, so they have like four different like specialties, but then they also have all these other condiments you can order.
Mmm.
Yeah, it's called Rancho Potato. I recommend going there if you ever go to Rancho Pasillo Prime.
Well, if I'm ever out in the middle of the multiverse, I'll be sure to hang a left there.
Yeah, it's in California.
What's a California?
It's on the west coast of
I know that place. The Red Hot Chili Peppers sing about that place like all the time.
yes,
In our
yep.
universe, it's that place is called Cascadia.
Right, right. So
Yeah,
you had like Stadium Cascadium instead of oh, never mind.
it's west coast. Yeah.
I've never heard of like Cascadia potatoes before, but I also don't know a lot about the West Coast since I'm originally from the East. But who knows? Maybe they've got their own little Rancho Pasillo somewhere nestled somewhere in there.
What's the worst city on your Earths? Do you or like are your cities like the only place where like superhero stuff tends to happen? Because we have like a bunch of different stuff happening across our planet, like constantly.
Um,
New Chicago sucked a lot.
yeah, New Chicago was bad. Detroit was also weird, but like not bad, just very different since it's like an independent city state. But yeah,
Right.
New Chicago sucked a whole lot.
Well, that sounds like Gotham.
I mean, there are other cities that have superheroes in my home dimension. Um, most of the more famous ones are like on the East Coast. You know,
Right, right.
California superheroes are built a little different.
I see.
You know,
I mean, I can't
That's
really
cool.
participate. It's in the multiverse. There's a lot of different. It really depends, but from where I'm from, th- there's no supervillains to fight. There's no fighting.
Again, Phantom, you kind of win the home dimension conversation like every time, like straight up.
yeah, I want to go there.
Oh,
Have like a
I
dope
don't know
place.
if I want to go back there,
Do
but
they have like
You always
do
talk
they have
about
like
how cool
hotels
it
there?
is.
Do you have like resorts or something? Could we like book like a hotel for like a week and just like see the sights and stuff and maybe write an album around it and like come back and be like, "Hey, I wrote an album about taking a holiday in another universe that has no crime and is super awesome and has really cool heroes." I'm sorry, what were
there
we talking about?
there were like hotel like places, like everyone's very open and friendly. Like if you want to like stay over at someone's house, most people are fine with that. There's community
Oh,
buildings where you can just stay at. The good thing about there being no crime and stuff like that is that you don't need to worry about people coming into your home and doing like stealing things or messing with your things. It's a very open community. We all work together.
that sounds so chill. Oh my god.
Yeah. I I I wouldn't mind going home, I suppose. It's been 6 years, but
Mm.
I I had my reasons for leaving. It's wonderful,
I get that.
beautiful, and I miss it a lot, but, there are just, some complications about going back.
I get
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I get that.
Let's say I, technically ran away from home.
Hey, same. High five.
Yeah.
Or
Did you
watch,
also
watch,
like
watch
steal
Crystal.
something from your parents on the way out? Or I guess I should say my parent.
No, my parents weren't around when I left.
Oh.
But it's enough about that. We don't have to talk about this.
Time to talk about best pizza opinions. Let's go.
Really quickly, I do think that I need to be going. There are a lot of preparations left for the contest tomorrow. Does anyone have any last questions before I say goodbye? I guess.
Not currently. If we do
No.
have any additional questions, where can we submit these? Or any questions and or comments?
There should be a kiosk in the Conway competition grounds, but also you can tweet at us on Twitter.
Oh, so you're not like I can't just think hard enough and you'll appear and answer my question?
No.
If we're in the digital realm, what if we just start yelling?
If you're in the digital realm and you start yelling, an official will hear you.
Sweet. Easy.
Got it. Yell into the void.
Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate the clarification about the competition this year.
No
It has
problem.
been
Good luck
very
to everyone
informative.
competing.
Thanks, Mr.
Yeah.
Official.
Thank
Bye.
you, Mr.
Thanks,
Official.
official.
Thank you.
May your calls always be clear. They left.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah.
that's at March Masksness on Twitter, spelled the same way as the logo on the stream.
All right.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Okay,
I think we were talking about pizza opinions, yes?